Okay, I feel like I'm on video like 155,000. So don't y'all get on here complaining about why is it taking me so long to tell this story. This is a lot of story to tell. So I wanted to go back and make sure I had specifics because I had got that one date wrong. So if you know me, you know I have receipts. I literally have a detailed accounting of everything that happened that I'm talking about that I would be happy to share with anyone who would like to see it, with dates and names and places and all of the things that was written down as it happened, so you know it wasn't like looking back and getting dates wrong. So I think we got to the whistleblower complaints, right? So the one staff person tells me about this money thing, which is huge. I to this day still feel like somehow that should have been criminally wrong. It certainly was ethically wrong, but I feel like there should be some criminal ramifications for the fact that any of that even happened. So this person gives us $12,000. The executive director passes it off as him supposedly giving this money to the board from his personal money, when in fact it was from one of his staff, one of his young, impressionable staff members. And then is supposed to pay it back to them immediately. We've now gone a year and they've gotten no money. So their partner convinced them to come to me and talk to me about it. So I immediately call all the staff together, let them know what is going on, that this thing happened, asked this person to share with the rest of the staff what they told me, and they did, and said, okay, this is it. We have enough to move forward and go to make a for real complaint. So I went back to look up so I could really get the correct dates. 7 out of the 11 staff members, so pretty much just about all of the full-time, minus his the executive director's assistant, who PS hated me, and when control of the agency temporarily got turned over to me during this investigation period, refused to answer directly to me. Another racist thing, would not answer to a black woman. Good old Tim told the board that he would not report directly to me. He would only communicate with the board. So he communicated with the board. Everyone else answered directly to me. And the accountant communicated directly with the board. Everyone else was under my purview. We submitted those complaints on May 15th, 2020. I got an email back saying they were in receipt of them. I had every single staff person send their own complaint in at the same time, with a sort of like introduction from me saying, like, this is the situation, we're filing this formal complaint, we're told that this is the process, we go through Dana Ebersole Weiss to submit these complaints, we want to this registered as a formal grievance. I get correspondence back to communicate with them via my personal email so that Jeff wouldn't have access to the communication I was having with the board. And he was subsequently suspended upon investigation of what was going on. We were told there was going to be a formal investigation of all of our complaints. We would find out what was going to happen to Jeff, and we would go forward from there. So at the beginning, the board was really communicating with me, letting me know what was going on. Like I said, I was giving them information, I was giving them codes, I was giving them access to social media, all the things that they asked for, because they presented like they were going to help us. After about 2 weeks, they told us that Jeff was almost immediately suspended upon investigation, and then we heard nothing. Besides these, like, secretarial kind of things of me connecting them with things that they needed, because the board just really had no connection to the agency, didn't know what was going on, didn't know how things work. So I caught them up on all that. So I was giving, they were coming in, I was talking to them, we were emailing back and forth, whatever. Different people who were going to handle different pieces of what was going to happen at the organization. And then it was like radio silence. So I have this full staff that I'm trying to keep calm and take care of, but the board stops communicating with me. I have no idea what's going on. We hear nothing. So eventually, I can't remember if I texted or I called or I emailed, I can't remember, and said, look, like, y'all got to tell us something. I need to know what to tell the staff. I need to know how to handle the agency. Like, am I still bringing people? Like, I need to know what to do here. I need to be able to tell them what's going on. So at that point, on June 8th, Chris Goodwin, who was a board member, and Sadie Fisher, who was a board member, agreed to meet with us off-site, outside of work, in a park outside of the Memorial Art Gallery to talk about like what happened here and what's going on.